semi-finals this morning and then the final from 12:30 this afternoon. Our first semi-final that we will cover for you live is a bit of a blockbuster, to be fair. It's AUT up against Auckland University. It's the home derby, the rivalry. They're very calm at the moment, but I had to separate them just moments ago. AUT, Sally, really good day yesterday, unbeaten. You guys must be feeling pretty good.
Yeah, definitely. I think our teams are quite strong and feeling really confident today, so hopefully they can pull through.
And Jack, is there a bit of feeling across the net here, the two Auckland Tertiary institutes, or is it all friendly until the first shuttles hit?
Oh no, there's definitely a bit of feeling. We've got bragging rights and everything on this.
And your guys' form yesterday, you tripped up against Massey, right, in a close one, but you're still feeling pretty good?
Yeah, that was just a very slow trip up at the end of a few of our matches, but I think we'll be able to find our form and be able to take this one.
Good stuff. And the quality, Sally, is going to be great, isn't it? I mean, this resembles National League. It resembles as good as it gets when you look at the two lineups.
Yeah, there's a few players from the league that are playing today, so it'll be really good matches today.
Fantastic. We're looking forward to it. I'm looking forward to calling them. I'm looking forward to having Oliver Layden-Davis alongside. And Ollie, just having a look at the lineups. And first up, AUT. This is a very strong team.
To their squad, we see a number of players. The majority of the squad are actually part of the New Zealand squad at the moment. So there'll be certainly some good high-level performances from them today. Looking through there, Ricky. In the men's singles, obviously will be a strong contender for them. Adam Jeffrey, of course, heading the men's doubles in the mixed, and then Sally Fu, of course, being a top New Zealand singles player for a long time now, even though she's still quite young.
Yeah, it really does highlight, I think, just how good tertiary badminton is when you see this lineup, and then we'll go now to the Auckland University lineup, and again, they are absolutely superb, and with the lineup that they've put together, you just got to look at some of the players that have missed out in the matches today, and highlight the fact that on the start list that I have, Andrew Rouse is not playing, not in the team. So when a guy like Andy Rouse can't get a game, there are the matchups, and so quality players are missing. But have a look at this men's singles. Very quickly on each. Which way do you lean? Ricky Chang, Oscar Guo.
You have to favour Oscar very slightly there, but I think Ricky's closing the gap quickly. That'll be a key match in the overall tie. I feel that one.
Women's singles, Sally Fu up against Yanyu Huang.
Yeah, on paper you're looking at Sally as a favourite there, but again, semi-finals you never really know, do you?
Men's doubles, Chang and Jeffrey, good combination, but look who they're playing, Wang and Wang.
Yeah, definitely a good pairing, good combinations, Adam and Ricky, I think, with their skill sets, and then Dackman and Jack and the more doubles specialised, I guess, across the board.
And I like this for AUT, to be honest, Sally and Janice, but again, look at who they're playing, Calder Hawkins, a specialist, and Charmaine Wu.
Yeah, again, a hard one to split. You have to go AUT slightly on paper maybe, but it's really hard to tell.
And to round it off, and this could well be the crucial match, every chance of this being 2-2. Adam Jeffrey and Janice Jang up against Dackman Wong and Erina Calder-Hawkins. Experience maybe just with Auckland Uni, but this one hard to pick again.
I think you're right, yeah, especially if it comes down to 2-2. You know, suddenly it evens things out a little bit more. There's a little more experience on the Auckland Uni side, but Jesus, not much to split it with all four of them being in the Badminton League earlier this year as well.
Yeah, seriously, folks, that is as good as it gets in regards quality. And this is just a semi-final, of course, with Otago playing Massey in the other semi-final, and our final at 12:30. Let's get it on. Let's get these players out on the floor and get the semi-final underway. It is the National Tertiary Badminton Championships. First up, it is men's singles, and Ricky Chang for AUT plays Oscar Guo for Auckland University. Their number one team, of course. They did have two teams in the competition, such as their depth, and Michael Liu is the umpire for this one. I sort of caught a glance of Oscar's match with Edward Lau yesterday. It was on a court adjacent to where we were broadcasting, Ollie, and it went the distance, looked like an absolute thriller. Edward got that, but again, I think Oscar's slowly but surely this year, almost with every match he plays, he's getting back to close to his best. But Ricky Chang, what strides he's made over the past 12 months.
Okay, ready for toast, players? Green, black. Which do you pick? Green. Okay. I'll start. You won the toast. You choose this end, and you to receive. 2 minutes.
So the challenge for these two young men is to be ready early, first thing, lead their teams away. And in this format, Ollie, 5 games. It's not the 6 as it was in the National League with the possibility of a sudden death, a golden game. This is 5 games, so first to 3 wins the tie. And getting one on the board early is crucial, isn't it?
Yeah, exactly. Obviously, just each match counts for a little bit more when it's only 5 instead of 6. But I think, especially in looking at the whole tie as well, this first men's singles will be pivotal to who ends up winning the overall thing. I think you mentioned it before that Ricky's just made a lot of progress, especially in the last 6 months. Having seen him more and more involved with the national training, and it's really pleasing to see how much he's coming along.
Well, there's Oscar at 21 years of age. Seems like he's been around for a decade already. In his 3rd year studying towards medicine and a Bachelor of Surgery, and has played the Tertiary champs on the one occasion before. And interesting that this is his only match. So he'll load up in the singles and that's it, which I think may well be a good thing. Just saying to Oscar, concentrate on the singles and put all of your energies into this clash. His opponent, Ricky Chang, is the younger by 2 years, plays with the right hand and is studying towards health science in his 1st year of study. So clearly this is his first opportunity to play at the Tertiary champs. So a new opportunity, a new experience for a young player who just goes about his work very quietly, very unassuming, but has slowly but surely gained a heck of a lot of confidence on an occasion such as this against a player like Oscar. Contrasting styles, Ollie, what do we expect? We know Oscar does have that power game, but his court coverage, he's got an all-round game. He can play with a soft touch at the net, he's got the power, but what about Ricky? What does he bring?
Yeah, similar aggression, I think. Doesn't quite perhaps have the raw power that Oscar possesses, but look, he's also the explosive type. He's quick around the court, and when he gets up, when he's got a little bit of time at the back of the court, he's very, very dangerous from there as well. So I think both of them will look to be the usual kind of aggressive selves, and it'll be who can sustain that, I guess, and provide enough variation and enough quality on their attack to cause some trouble, but also be able to generate those opportunities through, like you said, the soft touches around the net and being able to get control of the net. And I think whoever does that will be a long way towards winning this one.
And emotionally, we'll often see Oscar wear his heart on his sleeve. Ricky
get ready.
Keeps things a little closer, doesn't he? We don't necessarily see what's going on or whether it's a good or bad moment. Oscar will be a little more
Ladies and
animated.
gentlemen, on my right, AUT, represented by Ricky Chang. And on my left, University of Auckland 1, represented by Oscar Guo. University of Auckland 1 to serve.
Semi-final about to get underway.
Level, play.
Loose opening from Ricky, just not
One,
quite dialed
love.
in.
Service over. 1 all.
Of course, if you're a fan of the New Zealand League, folks, that's games to 11. This is the traditional badminton scoring to 21, best of 3. And Oscar also with a reasonably wide miss. So both players just taking a couple of rallies here to settle in.
Service over. 2 all.
Oscar just rearranging some of the furniture.
2.
It's another, they're reasonably wide misses, aren't they, Ollie, on what seems to be a pretty simple shot?
Yeah, it's a bit uncharacteristic for these two. I think both just trying to get, like you say, dialed in on the lines early on.
Fault. 4-2. Change the shuttle.
Certainly early on, Ricky appears well aware of the risk of lifting onto that Oscar Guo forehand. So a lot of the play is directed towards Guo's backhand corner. So that's 3 similar misses for Chang, just missing with his forehand down the line. That time he was more accurate, and Guo had to scramble to keep it in.
3-5.
Yeah, it's good kind of game awareness from Ricky there, wasn't it? Just took a little bit off that smash. Went to place it for placement a little more over power, and certainly pretty accurate with it too.
Oh, it's missed again.
Service over.
He just needs to make an adjustment there. He's had the one winner to the Guo forehand, found the floor, but that's too many misses, isn't it, down that side?
Yeah, I guess if there's a time to do it, it's early on while he tries to find his feet. But yeah, could perhaps just bring it in a little bit. Maybe if Oscar gets a couple back, but at least you can get your feeling without costing you 3 or 4 points early on.
He lifted that and far too short, so Guo is
7,
quick to capitalise.
3.
Good lead now. University of Auckland. And Oscar always tough to peg back once he gets in front. Good power from Chang.
Service over. 4-7.
Yeah, I mean, he's missed a couple of smashes from the forehand side, but certainly one of his strengths is his speed, how quickly he can get up in the rear court and be aggressive.
Ruthless.
Service over. 8-4.
Wide again. And part of the game plan may well have been to avoid the Guo forehand as I've described, but not by sending the shuttle out of court. Oh, that's great from Chang, peppering the backhand corner.
Over. 5-9.
Yeah, really good from Ricky. Very early on the net. Certainly has complete control of the rally when he's able to do that.
Fault.
Yeah, what I liked about that earlier rally was he was patient. He went back again, didn't he?
5.
But if he'd just gone once and then tried the drop, probably wouldn't have been a winner. But go back again. And then he really opened up the front court.
Service over. 6-10. out. Service over.
So they go to the first interval.
11,
and it is Oscar
6.
Guo
Interval.
with a pretty commanding lead, really. 11-6. Yeah, he's just played largely mistake-free badminton, hasn't he?
Yeah, he has, I think. It's yeah, neither player I think is at their top level just yet. So it'll be kind of interesting to see who can figure out how to just keep things a little more safe, a little more secure, especially from Ricky's point of view, perhaps trying it a little too hard, well aware of the dangers of Oscar's forehand, like you say, and just trying to put it a bit too close to the line in that corner, or better just play himself in. If Oscar hits a couple of winners, that's fine. Just accept that and then move on and look to try and at least play the longer rally, make him earn the point.
Court 3, 20 seconds.
A 5 court
Court
deficit.
3, 20 seconds.
Yeah, and when you look at it in the context of an
Thank you,
11-6 scoreline, I'm pretty sure I counted 4 unforced errors from Chang on that forehand where he just splayed them wide of the sideline. And you
Ready
give
to play.
4 cheap points away to Oscar, you're going to be in trouble.
11-6. Play.
That is unlucky.
6.
I'm not going to jump all over that one. That only just missed, and it was an open court to aim at. Missed.
Service over. 7-12.
Mentioned Andy Rouse not playing, such as the depth
Change the
in the
shuttle.
team, but he is supporting, and he's at the back of the court there looking after the scoreboard as well. It's always a huge part of these team events in badminton, the support that can be offered even when you're not involved with a racket. And that's wide. So a couple of cheap
8,
points here for Chang, and all of
12.
a sudden he starts to close that gap.
Service over. 13-8.
Yeah, first recovery was good, but couldn't make the second shuttle.
14-8. Play.
Yeah, that's
Fault.
great. Really had to reach for that
Service over.
smash.
9-14.
Yeah, nice measured attack from Ricky this time.
Service over. 15-9.
Slowly but surely extending the lead. Was 5 at the interval. As soon as that shuttle got behind Guo, he was in trouble.
Service over. 10-15.
Yes, had success on a number of occasions playing that backhand push just down to Oscar's backhand.
Eleven, 15.
Great angle. That wasn't pure power, that was placement.
12, 15. Oscar ready to receive.
It's a good run here for Ricky.
13.
You can see that
15.
Oscar's concerned because it's a very bad little sequence for him. This is a great run for Ricky Chang, closing it right up, one back now.
14, 15.
Yeah, just like that, he's right back in it. Seems to have found a bit more comfort, I think, in his game.
Oh, there's the push from Guo. Straight at
Service over.
that
16,
left shoulder.
14.
Chang.
Classic response from Guo, just to up the aggression. Feels like he needs a point. Well played.
Chang responds. This is developing nicely.
Service over. 15, 16.
Oh, he had a go. Maybe in two
Service
minds
over.
as to whether that would have gone long.
17, 15.
Yeah, I think you realised that Oscar
Play.
read that backhand push quite quickly.
It's missed. One of the best rallies of the matches.
Service
These two
over.
players really do find a
16,
rhythm.
17. Change the shuttle.
And both players pretty keen on a little recovery time here. The shuttle change and Oscar gets a breather. Ricky takes his time as well.
Players.
Business end now of this first game. Oh, he had the opening.
Wait a moment.
Just a little confusion over the score here at the moment. I think our graphics, Michael might have pushed a button and brought up an outside court, but we've got the boys back on the scoreboard.
18, 16.
They both suddenly thought they were
Play.
playing women's doubles, I think. Oh my goodness, that is quality. Oscar's just put the racket up and bunted it back over. It's almost like a volleyball block.
16. Quick towel, yes.
Yeah, terrific net exchange from both players.
Oscar, quick towel.
See them both trying to just fight to get control of that net as well, especially these later stages. Both players more comfortable when they have the lift, have the attack.
19, 16.
Oscar had to be so careful
Play.
there because you cannot extend the racket over the net or touch the net. He just blocked a shot from Ricky. Oh, lovely deception.
Service over. 17, 19.
Yeah, terrific response. Courage too to play that when he hasn't used it all match so far.
Yeah, just setting it up nicely. Really good patience, Oscar Guo.
Service over. 20, game point 17.
Yeah, nice little variation from Guo as well. Got up early and just took the pace out of it. As opposed to hitting hard, which he's been doing the majority of the match.
Play.
And an easy winner wraps up a pretty tough first game. Oscar Guo getting it 21-17, but Ricky Chang,
First game,
in particular, the second half of that game, he can be well pleased.
17.
He's 11-6 down at the interval and finishes up losing by 4. So if you're half glass full kind of guy, you say, well, I won the second half. But he's right in it, isn't he?
Yeah, exactly. I think, like you said, he has to be pleased with how he's played the second half of that game. Especially found his rhythm, but more mistakes kind of disappeared from his racket, and Oscar actually was having to win the points to score them. So from Ricky's point of view, that's a much better place to be. You have to make Oscar work for the rallies. He's able to find his length on the back line, control Oscar a bit more. Still probably challenging him a bit too much at the net. I think Oscar's often winning those net exchanges at the moment, whereas Ricky's having more success coming in early and just able to push and control him around the rear court. So look for him perhaps to do more of that in the second set. I think both players can look to probably use slices and cuts in their attack a little bit more. It seems a little bit difficult in here to get it down with the power smash alone. So I think a bit more variety from both players will start to come through in the second set as well.
What was your experience of the tertiary champs, Ollie? Did you play?
No.
You'd never played it?
Played a university games once, I think, which is probably a little more social, shall we say, than the tertiary champs was.
Yes, that was more the almost like the university version of Masters games, wasn't it? Where everyone, all the sports assembled.
Yep.
Court 3, 20 seconds.
So I was saying this yesterday. It is great that the players engage and that the national body has a genuine high-quality tournament at tertiary level. Not all sports have it. In fact, not many have it in New Zealand. And the quality of the respective rosters, teams here, it just highlights that representing their university means a great deal. Also tells me that most badminton players mix high-quality sport with high-quality study. That's missed, and Chang's fired up, isn't he? I said he might not be as animated, but he is fired up.
I think he understands the importance of a good start to the second game here as well.
Yeah, that was off the frame.
Service over. 1-all.
Good. The recovery before that, Ollie, was better.
1.
Yeah, terrific defense from Ricky. Certainly showing his speed as well, but also indicates, I think, how difficult it is to get it on the floor, the full power smash in here.
Very good start here from Chang. Why is that? Is that conditions, atmospheric, a little cool?
Yeah, perhaps shuttle's a bit slower, so just from having played, obviously, it'd be interesting to chat to one of the players about it. It just feels a little bit heavier, and I think we've seen a lot of shots just come back when both players have chosen to go with the full power. Where it seems the great shot from Oscar as he's early on the net again, but Ricky's taking out the A boards. I think he's okay.
Yeah, biggest risk is a bit of a burn, which is
Service
never that
over.
comfortable.
2-3. Quickly, Mark.
Oscar having to find his best form early in the second game. The match has certainly stepped up a level, hasn't it, since the opening exchanges.
Yeah, it certainly has. It can often happen as well when you're playing against someone who you know so well, you play against them a lot. You're just trying to, I guess, not give too much away early on, but just trying to establish where things are and how they're playing as well and how you're feeling on the day.
So it is the tertiary champs, so the players have to do their own court wiping.
Play.
Thought a team might have jumped out and helped. A bit harsh. He's
Service over.
not completely lost his momentum, but Oscar doing well here to stay on level terms. In fact, skip ahead. No, the scoreboard says 4-2 Chang, but it is 3-all. So Michael's just...
Correction.
there we go.
3-all. Fault. Service over. 4-3.
He has to be, though, the friendliest umpire I've ever seen in my life, Michael. I've dubbed him Smiler. Even when he's telling players off, he's smiling. Lovely demeanour.
Yeah, it's nice to see.
Oh,
Fault.
it's just caught the frame.
Service over. 4-all.
Oh, goodness me, that's a great shot. Is that one of the toughest in the book to play?
Service over. 5-4.
Absolutely, he's got to be so precise there because he's taking it so late. And Oscar's standing right there as well.
It's good quality again from both
Change the
players.
shuttle.
Remember, Chang finished
Play.
the stronger of the two in the second half of the first game, and he's carried that on. It's gone well wide.
7-4.
You can certainly see him playing a bit more freely now as well. Chang, a bit more creativity in the shot, especially around the net. Starting to feel a lot more comfortable, I think.
Fault.
Yeah, great attack from Gore.
Service over. 5-7.
Really good, got up nice and high early, comes in with a good steep angle. Very effective. Another great shot.
6-7.
Good speed on the drop shot as well. Especially against guys like Ricky Chang, who's so quick in the defense sideways, and you can come in with the angle, instead make him go forwards as well. Much less likely to be counter-attack.
Service over. 8-6.
Well, Chang likes it.
In.
He looks straight to the line judge.
Service over. 7-8.
And the confirmation came from the chair that it was in.
Service over. 9-7.
Oh, that's brilliant again from Guo. He's not lifting it,
Service
just
over.
pushing it, isn't he? Just
8,
beyond Chang's
9.
reach. It's a patient rally from
9.
both.
Oh, quick towel. Oscar, quick towel.
Tactical approach is similar in many ways, isn't it, from both players there? We're seeing a lot of these rallies where neither one wants to lift. They're both engaged in that flat pushing game, aren't they?
Yeah, both I
Okay.
think pretty respectful of each other's attacking abilities. Oscar probably has the advantage a little bit just around the net, where his touch, I think,
Players
is
ready to play.
generally slightly better. I think we're seeing that today as well. Whereas Ricky's more suitable just to play a little bit further away, don't give Oscar the opportunity to play tight net. Like that there.
It's gone wide.
10, 9.
Of course, when he does that, Ricky's got the abilities just to be so explosive and quick up early into the rear court if Oscar does play the flatter push.
Yeah, Ricky almost gave himself away there. Played the shot
11,
and
9.
there was
Interval.
concern immediately from Ricky Chang, and what was a good early start has been turned around by Oscar, and he leads at the interval. It's pretty engaging stuff though, isn't it? Both players, and Ricky Chang really prior to this one, but this is just underlining that he's very much in the mix now with the likes of Minota, Guo and Lau. He's part of the conversation in the singles game.
Yeah, absolutely. I think he's taken games off all three of them. I may be wrong, but definitely two in recent months as well. So it's, I guess, pleasing for him certainly to be able to come up and start pushing those guys, but good for everybody. I think as a men's singles group that starts to
Court
grow.
3,
And
20 seconds. Court 3, 20 seconds.
and just the competition between them
Thank
gets
you,
better,
Coach.
because the stronger the competition, the better for everybody here. And when they can play against each other and force the best out of each other on a regular basis, things just, everybody wins. So.
Yeah, I'm not sure
Thanks,
Wisden
Donald.
Cup's always a challenge in terms of the talent, because some pretty good players get left on the sideline because it is association based, but from a
11,
badminton New
9.
Zealand League perspective, you
Play.
sort of just put each one of these four on different teams, and they've got a great match every week, haven't they?
Certainly do.
Oh, great choice. The obvious one was power,
Service
but
over. 10,
found the
11.
open court. Great defense, Oscar Guo, to set up the point.
Service over. 12, 10. Oscar, unquote. Unquote.
He's got the experience of a 35-year-old. When the chair says, on court please, don't delay, Oscar leaves the shuttle, wanders over to the umpire. Sorry, what
Play.
was that? What were you saying?
Fault. Service over. 11, 12. Service over. 13, 11.
These are big moments for Ricky Chang. He cannot let Oscar kick away here, or he could lose this to love. Oh, goodness me. Thank goodness he's got good agility.
14,
Dived into
11.
a full splits there to try and make that one.
Quickly more.
Oscar did this at key moments in the first game, didn't he? Just seems to step it up, recognising big moments, and just goes up a level or two or 3 points at a time.
Thank you.
Yeah, you're right. It's probably well, he's I guess the more experienced of the two at the ripe age of 21, but just shows like like you're saying, those important points. Doesn't try and do too much. Just plays simple
11.
shots, makes good
Play.
decisions, and generally finds the opportunities.
Got up high, got
Service
up early.
over. 12, 14.
Yeah, that's where he's at his best, Ricky Chang, that's for sure.
Oh, just wide.
Service over. 15, 12.
Oscar helped call that, didn't he? Body language again, showing his experience. And that is why this is quality now.
Service
These two
over.
players really
13,
testing each other.
15. Play.
Oh, he just lost his way, didn't he?
Service over.
Just lost his bearings.
16, 13.
I think he made the right decision in the end. It looked like it was dropping in from
Oscar.
this angle. Not that we can see much from here, but
Change.
Almost got himself right under the shuttle as well, though, didn't he? And when the time came to have to play the shot, it was almost having to get himself out of the way. So as Oscar Guo did in game one, he's just had that margin, just been able to stay clear. Not done yet, though. This one's so crucial in the context of this semi-final. Sally Fu
16,
and Yan Huang
13.
will follow this match in the
Play.
women's singles and right through the draw. So tough to pick so many of the matches. And that's well left.
Service over. 14, 16. Service over.
Emotion
17,
from Oscar Guo.
14.
That in itself is a sign of respect to Ricky Chang. He is totally engaged in this match. Oh, great touch. Frustration from Ricky. That's what you were alluding to, Ollie. That's where he'll win most of those encounters, won't he?
yeah, I think I can certainly see what Ricky's trying to do, and full credit for him. I think he's certainly going after this one. Just Oscar, yeah, sublime touch at the net from him.
Yeah, and he's starting to race away with this now. What a strong
19,
finish this is.
14. Go. Go. Yes. 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 Oh.
It's Ricky.
Okay.
Ricky wanting a medical timeout assistance here
Players
as he
use towel and drink some water. Thanks.
can only assume, Ollie, that he has just a bit of contact with that racket wrist on the ground.
Yeah, it
Lost a bit of skin, maybe?
Yeah, maybe
Are you
he's
okay
bleeding a
with
little bit.
Continue.
The umpire just trying to get the attention of the
No,
referee,
sorry.
who's on the way now. Chin's coming towards the court now. We'll see him in the background. There he is, red on blue. We can see him striding down. Chin, one of the familiar faces around the badminton scene as a tournament referee. What is the ruling here, Ollie? Players not allowed a medical timeout in badminton, are they? But they can, the referee can approve some assistance here or oversee some assistance?
Yeah, I guess there's probably two answers to that question. If Ricky's bleeding, I'm sure he's fine, but he can't continue with an open wound, so that has to be covered. But yeah, in terms of a medical timeout, that's not permitted. So you're allowed to come. You can get some cold spray, essentially, or whatever injury you
Or
have.
a plaster?
Or a plaster to cover the bleeding. Yeah. But in terms of actual injury treatment, no. There's still probably, I think, an area that we could tighten up the rules on, actually. Tennis, for example, as a comparison, is quite stringent around those rules and diagnosis and timeout and treatment and that sort of thing. But badminton, it's kind of just have to carry on.
Yeah, yeah. Which I, in my time involved in the sport, I do find it curious that certainly top level tournaments, and I would count this in that when you're at a championship level tournament, that perhaps there is a need for a medical timeout. Essentially, the referee here is having to make medical decisions. Play doctor. Maybe Ricky should ask Oscar to help out. He's studying to be a surgeon. So,
looks like a plaster was gonna do the trick on this occasion.
So I think we're right in our thoughts that he's just collected the hand on the court, just taken a bit of skin off. So I'm sure he could have carried on. So let's credit Ricky Chang for some maturity here as well. We spoke about that with Oscar Guo. Ricky just recognising he needed to stop the momentum as well. So a little break in play was not the worst thing. He's pushed that long. Oscar gives him the stare down.
Match point 14.
So again, another net exchange that Oscar Guo comes out on top of.
He has been all focus through this one, Oscar Guo. And he wins it. So Oscar Guo delighted. And I think a recognition that Ricky Chang's part of the conversation now too, because he let out a little shout there as if to say to Ricky, I've got you for the moment, just stay in your place. And I'm the number one here for now. But a good performance by both players, but it is Oscar Guo who gets the University of Auckland away to the best possible start. And takes out the men's singles. Good encounter as we thought. Pretty lengthy. And Ricky Chang, even as the player to come out on the losing side, Ollie, I don't know that he'd be too disappointed with his performance. He'd be relatively pleased. Sure, some areas that he could improve on, but very competitive.
Yeah, absolutely. The way he played himself into the match, I think, got off to probably by his standards a shaky start in the first one, but certainly able to bridge that gap of about 5 points in the middle of the first game there, and the way he played and the way he did that, I think, would just securing himself up and showed a good level of maturity, I think, for someone at his age, and then was really able to challenge Oscar for the majority of that match. But I guess Oscar just a little bit better. And you said, like, the big moments that counted, and able to make the tactical, just subtle changes that allowed him to come away reasonably comfortably in the second game in the end.
So University of Auckland will lead early in this one, courtesy of Oscar Guo. It's 1-0 in the semi-final. Women's singles is next.
Belief, the emotion that stirs your body into motion. One small drop contains the power of the oceans. And yes, with all this chaos and commotion, you'd be forgiven for thinking, what's my personal motivation? The new normal's so abnormal that now normal's an abstraction. What happened to civilization? This world is a distraction. But still, belief will never fail to cause a chemical reaction, fizzing up your synapses with purpose and possibilities to put into practice. Yet those ones. And so you pause, breathe, and say, what do I want to do for me? The future me. The one who needs me to believe that I can make a difference unequivocally, in whichever way I deem. Even if that's flipping me into we. You see, that really is living the dream. So yeah, it's a pretty simple plan. Believe you can.
FISU, World of University Sport.
Welcome back to our coverage, courtesy of Sky Sport Next, of the Badminton New Zealand Tertiary Championships for 2021, a prestigious tournament. And we have semi-finals this morning and a final this afternoon at 12:30. The other semi between Otago and Massey, I'll look to get an update for you as to how that's going. I believe that Massey has made the better start there, so possibly 2-love up. I know they were 1-love up, but I'll get an update for you on that one. Because the winner of that will play the winner of this semi that we are watching, and that is between AUT and Auckland University. Confirmation of the order of play and who's involved in the matches, and also that Oscar Guo has got his team away to the best possible start. Let's welcome now our women's singles players onto the court. For the AUT, that is Sally Fu, and for University of Auckland, Yanyu Huang, as they get set to do battle. Sally Fu, of course, vastly experienced and on paper, very much the hot favourite going into this one. And at tertiary championship level, every now and then a match will throw up that opportunity for a very much unheralded, untried player to take on one of the best in the country. And what an opportunity this is for Yanyu.
Black, so we just twist a little bit around. So black for AUT, green for Auckland University. Black. You choose to receive, you serve. Which end would you like? You want to stay this side? Thank you very much.
So Kelvin Sui has control of this one. And as I say, Ollie, Sally, a seasoned international player up against Yanyu. And I don't know a great deal of her badminton pedigree, but these championships do throw up these sorts of matchups, don't they, where you might have essentially a very good club player, perhaps a very good social player, up against an international player. There's Sally at 22, Plays with the right hand, studying health science in her 4th year of study. And 4th year of competing in this tournament as well. I think, am I right, is Sally studying to become a physio?
Yes. Yep.
So that's the side of health science that she's headed towards. But quality player, just has an all-round game, and obviously great power is an asset, isn't it?
Yeah, it certainly is. Especially handy to have a physio when we go away on tour as a Kiwi team as well. Which I think she's been used a few times by some of the squad. But no, she's full of power and aggression in the way she plays. So it's see how she comes out this afternoon or this morning rather, with that.
So Sally up against Yan Yu at 20 years of age, studying science, and in her 2nd year of study and 2nd year of competing at the National Tertiary Championship. Started playing badminton age 14, and she joined the local club, started competing in 2017. So that just underlines that it's a recent, I say recent because so many players, I don't know what your example is, Ollie, but so many players at the top level started when they were 5 or 6, had a racket in their hand from a very young age. To start at 14 and to sort of be serious at about 16 or 17, that's very late, isn't it?
It is a late start, yeah, I think so. Obviously, a bit of credit to her how quickly she's been able to kind of rise through the ranks and bring it to level to what it is. But I've never actually been able to see her play, so I'm looking forward to seeing what skills she has. And it's certainly it is a late start, you're right, but often that's, I don't think that's a disadvantage. Like it may be in the context of when you're still only 19, 20, but as things go on, you think there's so many great athletes that have played a number of sports for a number of years, and I think it's healthy as well from a mental perspective just to play a number of things, and you keep the enjoyment as opposed to focusing too much.
On my right, AUT, represented by Sally Fu. And on my left, University of Auckland 1, represented by Yang Yu Huang. University of Auckland 1 to serve. Lobo. Play.
Already a sign there of the danger in going to that forehand of Sally Fu. Your clears have to be so accurate, have such good depth.
2, love.
And just pushing too long.
3, love.
The biggest challenge for Yang Yu today will just be trying to match the speed, or stay with the speed of the game. Nice touch.
Not quite enough on that occasion.
4, love.
Oh, lovely. And she'll have to find those angles to get her points.
Service over. 1, 4.
Sally's also got to make sure she finds her own rhythm, her own game, and serve well off target.
Service over.
Sally will back up
5,
and play doubles with
2.
Janice Jang. While for Yan Yu, this is her only
6,
commitments in the semi-final, so she can give this absolutely 100%. Lovely, Sally Fu.
7, 2. Service over. 3, 7.
That time Sally forced into the mistake.
4, 7.
Good couple of points from Yan Yu.
Oh, that's tough.
Service over.
Yeah, ready for the power and perhaps ready to go to that backhand side, and she's suddenly a little side swipe of the shuttle and drops it into the open forehand court.
Good for her, I think. Yeah, it's going to be the danger, isn't it, for Yan Yu all match. I think she's going to have to be ready for both of those and the attack that we know that Sally Fu has.
Ten, 4. Eleven, 4, interval.
It's harsh when you're the favoured player and even the net rolls are going your way, but it's a good start from both players, I think, here. I think Sally will be comfortable given the scoreline, but I think Yan Yu will feel that she's probably settled in, perhaps got rid of a few nerves.
Yeah, I think she has. There's a couple of rallies in the middle there that show she's able to hold with the pace. I think that's the biggest challenge of trying to play, I guess, above your normal level, is getting used to the speed and having to make decisions a little bit faster and just cope with the tempo that the game is played at. And I think she showed signs of being able to do that. How consistently she can do that will be a big factor in how much she can push Sally for the remainder of the match.
Just a great opportunity, though, isn't it? I mean, outside of perhaps playing a nationals and getting in an early draw, an early matchup against someone like Sally, this is a very rare chance for Yan Yu to play someone of Sally's quality.
12, 4. Thirteen, 4. Fourteen, 4.
Just pushing that one wide, but again, she's competing in a number of these rallies.
4.
Hearing that Massey lead Otago 2-love as I initially thought, so Massey
16,
on target,
4.
not yet there, but on target for a spot in this afternoon's final. And Sally now starting to race away with this.
17, 4.
And again, this is good from Yan Yu.
Service over. 5, 17.
These are some great moments for the young
17.
player from Auckland University.
Play.
One push wide.
Service
Sally
over.
holds that little run.
18, 6.
Oh, that is brilliant.
Service over.
That is a great rally.
7,
Textbook badminton.
18.
Yeah, well worked too, opening up the court. Unlucky.
Service over.
And, our camera doesn't
19-7.
necessarily show it, but I can tell you that Yan Yu Huang is playing with a smile on the face. She's enjoying it.
20. Game point 7. Game.
So comfortable win for Sally Fu, but again, given the
Best
golf
game
and
won by
experience
AUT,
and
21-7.
class of the two players, that Yan Yu Huang has contributed immensely to that first game. And she can be well pleased with her efforts for Sally's part. Yeah, she's clearly the favourite, and she's just got to stay focused and stay in rhythm, knowing that there might be a bigger match to come this afternoon if they are to play the final. But Wang would be well pleased.
Yeah, I think so. The way she's played some of the rallies in the middle there, she's able to move Sally around and open up the court before playing into empty space. There's certainly some positive signs, and of course, you know, when you play someone that's perhaps above your level, you have to. It takes time to get used to it and get into the game and find your rhythm at that higher speed. So I think she's been able to do that on some occasions. I think she'll only be more comfortable with that as we move into the second game. But like you say, for Sally, it's just about staying focused, and yeah, ideally she won't have an eye on this afternoon. She'll be looking to play well and continue the form this morning and come away with a win in 2 games.
Second
from
game.
her perspective.
Love all. Play.
Important for AUT to win this and level it up at 1 apiece after Oscar Guo won the men's singles for Auckland Uni. Just missed. Now we'll start to see the Yanyu smile from that far end of the floor.
Two, love.
That's great play.
Service over.
Certainly knows how to craft a point, doesn't she?
1, 2.
Sally Fu wins that one. I'm loving this. I hope the smile's been picked up on our coverage here.
3,
Really, she is delighted to be out there. And what she doesn't have is the power to match Sally Fu, so she has to try and move her around. And she also has to go for shots like that and
4,
making a few mistakes as a result.
Yeah, like you said, like just has to go for it to try and put some kind of pressure on Sally, though. Absolutely right. It's good to see.
5, 1.
A few short rallies now
6,
coming in as
1.
Yanyu Huang does try and hit some clean winners. Well played.
Service
Again,
over.
moving Sally around.
2, 6. Service over. 7, 2.
Sally
8, 2.
asserting control.
Service over. 3, 8.
Yeah, sense a little more urgency from Sally Fu at the moment. Just trying to stamp her mark on this one.
Service over. 9, 3.
Oh, that is quality, Sally Fu.
10,
Gosh, that's a tough shot.
3.
And again, a
11,
little drop
3, interval.
proves effective, and Sally goes to the interval with a commanding lead. You caught some of the Olympics coverage, Ollie. I know it's probably not the easiest for you to watch, given that was a dream of yours to be there, but are you able to still tune in and have a look?
Yeah, absolutely. No, like you said, it's been an amazing Olympics, isn't it, especially for New Zealand so far. So it's been great to watch and see so many Kiwi athletes doing so well. Like yourself?
Yeah. I've been commentating a fair bit of the tennis through the week, and I've had family and friends who think I'm in Tokyo. Of course, such is the nature of that. But some of our commentaries do emanate from the studios in Mount Wellington.
I'll admit I had my concerns of whether you'd be here today, to be honest.
Yeah, quick flights back and forth.
12.
And the badminton, there's been one particular story I know that's caught your attention. A Guatemalan doing well.
Yeah, Kevin Corden.
Service over.
Geez, what a story. Like 59 in the world coming into the games. 34 years old. Like hasn't really been. He's been on and off the circuit, injured for a number of years, and comes back and just puts strings three or four good results together to make the semi-final.
5, 12.
Yeah, just wow.
Cheap point there for Yanyu Huang.
6, 12.
Yeah, and listen, I don't want to draw you into the politics of it. I know it was pretty tough, and decisions were taken out of your hands and indeed out of Badminton New Zealand's hands. But pretty tough pill to swallow for you and Abhinav Manota in particular to do all the hard work and then find that you turned away at the final door.
Yeah, particularly for Abhinav, of course.
13.
Yeah,
6.
kind of like you say, when it's out of your control, there's not much you can do about it. We did everything we could. Yeah, when you have obviously the current pandemic and everything going on, and you have tournament cancellations and things that throw another kind of variable into the mix as well. It's not easy to deal with sometimes, but like you say, there's not much you can do. You can kind of, at the end of the day, you put everything you can into it. It wasn't your control. Kind of have to just make peace with that and accept it and kind of move on and refocus to the next
14,
thing.
6.
Yeah, would dearly love to be there, but such is life and such is sport on some occasions.
And you're just taking some time at the moment to assess your options. You're working pretty much full time now, aren't you? As Sally Fu continues to lead and lead well, 14-7, but you're looking at a different phase now, mixing full-time work with training and playing.
Yeah, been doing that for sort of the last 18 months.
Service over.
From that point of view, so trying to, like I'm not getting younger.
15, 7.
Building a post-badminton career on the side of things, which has been great. We're lucky with flexible bosses and that sort of thing. But yeah, still trying to achieve. We've still got things I want to achieve and goals that I haven't got to yet. So it's kind of sitting back and addressing how we can do that. But it's nice to be able to do that from New Zealand now. Feel more part of the setup and more in touch with. Yeah, I guess with New Zealand in general, and it's nice to be able to do that from here as opposed to being overseas.
Beautiful shot there from Sally Fu. Clean cross-court drop shot winner. And how's Anona? How's the injury that kind of came at just the wrong time for you guys with the mixed campaign? How's her foot injury?
8.
Yeah, it's coming along. Thanks, you. Yeah, I mean, it's never a good time to have an injury, is it? But particularly not when it happened 3 or 4 months ago. But it's almost back. Training loads up to 80-90% now, which is good.
Service over.
Yeah, so she's got about 2 months to be ready before we probably embark on another tournaments block
9,
throughout Europe later this year. Is sort of the plan. So it's nice to have that to work towards. I'm sure for her as well to have kind of a target to get back for, rather than just trying to get back as quick as you can, with no timeline on it.
Good stuff. Oliver Leighton-Davis alongside me, and just a chance to catch up on a little of what's happening in his world as we watch Sally Fu here just comfortably go about her work. It's been a good performance again, as we say, from Yanyu Huang, and she's enjoyed it. You can see that. She's approached this with the right thought process, and she can play shots like that. She has been a more than worthy competitor because she's drawing out the best in Sally Fu.
Match point.
Who now goes to match
9.
point. And Sally Fu wins it comfortably. But well done as well to Yan Yu Huang with an opportunity to play one of New Zealand's best and represent the University of Auckland in the process. But AUT are on level terms after the singles. It is 1 apiece. Stay with us in our semi-final coverage of the Tertiary Championships. Next up, between AUT and University of Auckland, it is the men's doubles.
Only one New Zealand university is ranked among the top 1% of universities in the world and in the top 40 universities under 50 years of age. Auckland University of Technology, New Zealand's leading modern university. Home to world-class academics, called on for their research expertise here and all over the world, making AUT the New Zealand leader in global research impact. Connected to an extraordinary range of organisations worldwide. Focused on a rapidly changing future where creativity, curiosity and collaboration will only become more vital. We inspire, nurture and find the greatness in every single one of our students. We are AUT, New Zealand's leading modern university.
At Lincoln, we seek to ensure that future generations can grow and thrive. That means providing a world-class learning environment to grow fresh solutions to real-world problems, including using the world's resources wisely and sustainably. Come to Lincoln University, a place to grow.
Well, our semi-final is all tied up at 1 apiece after the singles between Auckland University and AUT. It's the local derby with Ricky Chang bowing out to Oscar Guo in the men's singles, but Sally Fu levelling the ledger with a win over Yan Yu Huang. And there are the matches as they will play out. And as we thought, this is likely to be close all the way. So the mixed doubles combinations, I'm sure, will be just a little on edge, thinking that they might decide who makes it through to the final. In the other semi, I can tell you Massey lead Otago 2-1. Otago got one back in the men's doubles, but Massey will be very much favoured in the women's doubles, which is underway now, with Rosario leading the way there for Massey, but Otago got one back. It's 2-1 Massey in that semi-final. Let's, though, now move on to the men's doubles here in this televised semi-final as Ricky Chang and Adam Jeffrey represent AUT, and they are up against Dakman Vong and Jack Wang for University of Auckland. Andrew Dewhurst with you, Oliver Layden-Davis alongside, and Ollie, this should be fun. We've got 4 very good young doubles exponents here in the men's game here in New Zealand.
Yeah, I think you're right. Fun is certainly the way to describe it. I think there'll be no love lost on court between these boys. I think they're always training with each other day in, day out, so there'll be plenty up for grabs. from a personal point of view, as well as, of course, from their team assignment this afternoon. Especially with Ricky, I think maybe coming off the back of that loss earlier to Oscar, there might be a bit more fire in him. So looking forward to what I think is going to be an enthralling match between these two pairs.
Yeah, Dakman Wang is the exception in that he's in his 4th year of study towards a Bachelor of Science. The other boys all, I'm pretty sure, in their 1st years, respectively, of study. So Dakman is the he's the old fella out there at 21 years of age. So there's a bit of moisture on the court, right where they were about to conduct the coin toss. It's like some sort of ritual, isn't it? Look, it's like some weird dance. It's like that Irish dancing gone wrong. They're all getting in there and getting, I'm not sure what that may well have been, a drink bottle or something perhaps that just came a little loose, and we're all good to go. So referee, umpire I should say, Michael Liu at the pre-match.
Green or black? Which do you pick? Okay. You want the toast. Who to receive first? Ricky to receive first? Jack to serve first. And which side do you pick? 2 minutes.
So 2 minutes now for these players to complete their warm-up. Probably this has gone as most people would have thought. Ricky and Oscar was going to be a close run thing, but certainly Sally always favoured. So I'm assuming these 4 players expected to be on the floor here. Ricky maybe not, because he was involved in the singles, but 1-1 won't surprise them. So they'll be in a reasonable mindset in that sense. There is Ricky again at 19 years of age, studying health science. And alongside him is a player who impressed tremendously through the Barfoot and Thompson New Zealand League, Jack Wang at 18, 1st year of study in health science. And it's kind of the reason he's up here, is study. He's out of Canterbury. I'd be sorry to lose him from their badminton program, but nonetheless they've produced a very good junior who's starting to make his way into the senior ranks.
Yeah, absolutely. I think especially for Canterbury to produce someone like Jack is great for them as well. They can certainly be proud of what he's achieving already at such a young age and the way he's starting to play.
Dakman Wang, I mentioned a 4th year of study in a Bachelor of Science, and has played previously at the Tertiary Champs in 2018 and 2020. He started playing when he was 8 years old, thanks to his parents. I mean that wasn't at all thanks to his parents, that was thank you to the parents for getting Dakman involved. And alongside is Adam Jeffrey at 20, studying business. And this is his favourite place of work. He is a bit of a double specialist. And again, over the last couple of years, his exposure in the New Zealand League has just seen his game improve and his confidence improve out of sight. Have you played with him? Were you in one of his teams at one point?
We did play a couple of doubles together in the 2nd edition of the league, yeah. But yeah, I have to echo what you said, just the skills that he's kind of picking up and how he's developing those into his all-around game as well. Skillful with the racket and in the mid-court, and defensively he's got some good skills as well, but particularly from the back line he's able to get some great angles, but with speed on them as well, so it's quite difficult to defend against.
Which way do you lean here? I can't recall what you said when we did our quick little preview looking at the matches. You might have changed your mind since.
Oh, if I'm a gambling man, which I am, I'd probably go towards Dakman and Jack initially. But again, it's going to depend on, I think, how Adam and Ricky combine. Wouldn't have played much together, but I think there's a clear role with Ricky with his power and his explosiveness at the back of the court. If Adam's quick, if he can take control, if he can get lifts for Ricky, they'll be dangerous. But if it's more of a flat box kind of game, I think Jack and Dakman will come away with it pretty comfortably. So,
ladies and gentlemen,
yeah, and I'm just trying to recall. Right, I think Dakman
AUT,
might be number 1
by
men's
Ricky
doubles
Chang
in
and
the
Adam
rankings.
Jeffrey.
I need to check that.
And on my
I need
left,
to check. I know the rankings have all been a bit askew
Auckland
because there's not been a whole lot of
represented
tournaments
by
played.
Jackman
But
Wang and Jack Wang. University of Auckland 1 to serve. Jack Wang to Ricky Chang. Level play.
Jack certainly plays above his 18 years of age.
One, love.
Just caught the line.
Exactly the rally that the University of Auckland boys will be looking for.
Oh, great touch, Dackman. Really good
2,
start.
love. Service over. 1, 2. Two, all.
Quick to pounce as well.
Service
Auckland
over.
University, they
3,
look sharp.
2. Bolt.
Yeah, good from Ricky Chang to
Service
set
over.
that up as well.
3, all. Change the shuttle. Four, 3. Line judge calls. Line judge calls. Service over. 4, all.
As soon as they started lifting, they were in trouble there. Wonder if Jack might have been able to leave one of those.
Service
Might
over.
have been headed wide,
5,
but he made the
4.
decision to play. The lift off the frame, so certainly Auckland University, whilst the score is very
Service over.
close, they
5,
do just
all.
appear to be the smoother of the two combinations.
Bolt.
Yeah, I think they've certainly got
Service over.
more
6, 5.
ways in which they could win this match.
Lovely. Great control.
Service over. 6, all. Bolt. Service over. 7, 6.
It is AUT though, with their noses in front.
Change the shuttle. Out. Service over. 7, all.
Oh, well done, getting out of the way. Sometimes the best shot is
Service
the
over.
shot you don't play.
8, 7.
Both teams loading up, though, as soon as they have the chance to play with some power.
Fault. Service over. 8-all. Service over. 9-8.
Just wide.
10-8. Pass the shuttle. Oh. You want to change the shuttle? Do you agree? Correction. 9-all.
Nice run of sportsmanship from Ricky there.
Fault.
So Ricky turned that call over, did he, and said it was in?
No, he touched it.
Ah,
9.
okay. I was going to say, I thought it had landed out, so he said he got just a little piece of the frame on it. Jack Wang, well done. Just kept advancing.
11-9.
Go to the
interval.
interval with a 2-point lead. How important is that, Ollie, in badminton, to always be advancing, to be aggressive, to especially if you're getting a sort of a push rally, that you keep being the aggressor?
Yeah, I mean, if the opportunity's there, it's vital, I think, like especially in the men's doubles, as long as it's just coming, or your shot's going just slightly down, where you recognise that their shot has to come up again, then as soon as you take that step forward, you can start to maximise the opportunity that you create. If you sit back, then it allows them the opportunity to play it back down in front of you, and then you have to give it away and start lifting and start defending slightly. So the way Jack did it there, it's one of his strengths, I think, as well, to hit down and move forward.
Talk 3, 20 seconds.
And kind of capitalise on the opportunities that he does create. So really important that he continues to do, I think, in this match as well, and important, I think, for Ricky and Adam, that they stay away of those out of those situations. So that would
11-9. Play.
I guess playing cross away from Jack when he's advancing, or even going over.
And that certainly is one method there from Ricky to
10-11.
not necessarily go for the power straight away, just play the drop.
Oh.
Time Adam let it go, and I think it's fallen. Has it gone long? I thought he had initially a look of despair. Yes, it has.
12,
it has caught
11.
Good push.
Yeah, great return from Jeffrey.
12, all.
Used that a couple of times for success.
Rally of the match so far. Really good from both pairings.
Yeah, great defense from the AUT boys, especially in the early stages of that rally.
13-12.
I feel Wang and Wang were just trying to come forward, wouldn't let them.
Good recognition from Jack. Saw that AUT were in trouble, so he quickly got to the net to put away the easy winner. just creating those opportunities. Both combinations, though, proving to be pretty patient. Not trying to force things.
Fifteen, 13.
Oh, it's gone wide. Momentarily, Wang and Wang found themselves on the same
14,
square metre
15.
of the court. And that really got them in trouble.
Service over. 16.
Good sustained
14.
pressure from Auckland University.
It's caught the racket again of Chang.
17,
And this is
14.
a crucial little gap here as they'll change the shuttle. 3-point margin with 4 to go to win the game. Lapse in concentration. So much
15,
pressure put on the serve, though,
17.
in the modern game.
Line judge calls. Line judge calls.
Again, good counter
Service
attack
over.
from Jack Wang.
18, 15.
Just gets one opportunity. Just comes slightly up to him in the midcourt. And he's all over it.
And that may well be
19, 15.
just about curtains now for the first game. This will be tough for AUT to haul this back. There's one of them.
Good defense from Jeffrey.
Service over.
Great racket speed.
16, 19.
Bang. Game point.
Service over. 20, game point, 16. Change the shuttle. Service over. 17, 20.
Okay, win this one, and you start to just increase the tension for Auckland University. That's a great defensive push.
18, 20.
Okay, now they are right back in the contest.
20.
Pressure on Jeffrey, needs to get this serve right. This is a great comeback from AUT and their teammates and supporters letting them know. Just like that, Auckland University get another game point.
21-20.
It's their 5th opportunity to close out this first game. And they do. Well, they were made to work really hard, but they came through a clutch situation.
First game won by University of Auckland 1, 22-20.
As we thought, very close. It's just small moments that are going to change the momentum in this. Just had enough, and really, I don't recall Chang's power game being that influential. So Auckland have done a good job, haven't they, of not lifting, not putting too many of those opportunities onto Ricky's racket.
Yeah, they have. I think it's been Jeffrey that's been doing the majority of the work at the back of the court, but haven't been attacking too much of the time either, AUT. It's been Auckland that have been doing the majority of the attacking as well, but Jeffrey and Chang have found ways to defend effectively, I think, and they've forced almost a few mistakes from Auckland University in the counter-attack, and also just from, yeah, I guess perhaps easier errors from the back of the court, just through being consistent and getting a lot back and not giving them the easier opportunities to convert.
So one of the obvious messages in a game as tight as this is no free points. You know, cut down on the unforced errors. Just pick and choose your moments. Play with a good margin of error. And yet when the opportunity presents, have that killer instinct. I can tell you the women's doubles in the Massey Otago semi-final is one game apiece. So Otago fighting back there. That's good power from Wang. Didn't really have that much height there, but stayed very aggressive.
Ready to receive.
Good return from Jeffrey.
Service over. 1, all.
Players are under so much pressure
Service over.
with the serve these days. There's no service judge here, of course, but I assume the umpire could call a fault if they felt justified. It'll be tough to call one from the chair, but again, we see a quick point and the server having to get it 100% right. Those are the rallies that we're not seeing AUT be on the right side of. It's Auckland, as you said, Ollie, that are doing most of the attacking. Oh, what a return.
Service over. 3, all.
Again, Auckland attacking.
Service over. 4-3.
Yeah, you can see the intent from Jeffrey to try and come forward and make the block and turn it over. It's just going a little bit too far into the court when he wants to move forward. Great defense from Wang.
Oh, has that made it? It's wide.
It's just wide.
Service over. 4-all. Out. Service over. 5-4. Service over. 5-all. Service over. 6-5. Service over. 6-all. Service
One
over.
of those unforced errors. I say unforced, but they've got to be so accurate with the serve, but something they would practice so often. Well placed. Resisted the temptation to go for power, just placed it into the corner.
7.
Yeah, it was good. The first one as well, but did most of the work for Jeffrey there. Did well to follow it up with the speed that he needed to as well. Made the most of his opportunity.
Service over. 8-7.
The power game from Wang and Wang is really on song.
7.
Yeah, that time they get to flex the biceps a little.
Service over. 8-9. Service over. 10-8. Change the shuttle. Interval.
So they go to the interval with, in the context of this match, with quite a comfortable margin of 3 points. And Chang and Jeffrey still struggle to get that attacking game going, and they're largely being restricted by Wang and Wang. They've been very good, very effective, haven't they, at taking the initiative in most rallies.
Yeah, they have, and they've been able to convert it more often than not as well. I mean, that said, with AUT not having the attack much, they're still very competitive. They're perhaps 3 points down now on the score, but they've been neck and neck the whole way through. So when they're able to get these tactical decisions right.
Court 3, 20 seconds. Court 3, 20 seconds.
When Jeffrey in particular is able to,
Thank you, Coach.
to step forward and take control and try and play the net and get the shuttle coming up to them,
Check the serve.
then they've been equally as effective. So it's going to be, I think it's just going to come down to who plays the big moments better.
11-8. Play.
they just advance. They slowly wear you down and then they bounce. Good rally from, again, both combinations. So little in this.
Change the shuttle.
Yeah.
12-8.
That's a great rally from both pairs.
Thirteen, 8.
Danger signs here now for AUT though. Playing well, but that scoreboard's starting to get out of control. Well, they finish on that occasion, but even then, Ollie, they took two or three more shots
9,
than perhaps Auckland might have in that situation.
Yep. I think you're probably right. I guess it's just how our Auckland boys are set up. They've got more weapons, I think, in the toolkit. Yep. Those open rallies, bigger court.
10-13.
Certainly suit AUT a lot better. Just have to refrain from trying to fight power with power. As soon as they move the shuttle around, create a bit more space and follow.
Oh, Wang was so quick, all over that.
Service over. 14-10.
Okay, they have to go on a little run here now.
Service over.
They must close
11,
this down. They
15.
think they might want to win 4 of the next 6 points in a little mini game situation. They can't do it, and that's been the pattern.
Yep.
In.
Yeah, sustained pressure from Auckland University.
Service over. 16-11. Fault. 17-11.
Looking good now for Auckland University. Jeffrey pounces. I can tell you it's looking even better for Massey. They have booked a place in the final.
12,
They've gone to a 3-1 lead over Otago. Otago spurning match points in the women's doubles. But Massey came through and they've booked a place in the final this afternoon. So just a question now of is it AUT or Auckland University that will play them? A rare miss on attack from Jack Wang.
13-17.
I didn't make a mark of what the score was when I said win 4 of the next 6, but I think if they win the next one, Ollie, they might have done that. They just had to chip away, didn't they? They had to make some inroads, and if they can win this next point, they're right there. This is huge. Oh, and caught the frame.
That's unlucky.
And what could have been
So
2-point deficit is 4.
14.
And this close to the finish line. Well, they won't give up. They saved 4 game points in the first game. again, it's Auckland attacking and AUT defending.
19-14.
Yeah, again, just tactically good from Auckland. Putting a lot of pressure on the racket of Ricky Chang.
Confusion. Chang and Jeffrey.
20, match point.
And the moment it takes
14.
to glance at each other is a moment too long. Just goes long.
Service over. 15-20.
They took it to 20 all from 2016. Can they go a couple better here? Oh, that's brilliant from Wang, and it wins the game and the match. So Auckland University nudge in front in this semi-final. And it's an indication as to how close it's been. This semi-final has just reached
Match won by University of Auckland
2-1.
22-20.
The other semi-final has already concluded, so very tight, very tense, but that might be the crucial match when they look back on this. The one that could have gone either way. And Auckland University with a 2-1 lead. Stay with us. Coming up next, it is women's doubles.
This is the University of Waikato, where every day people are making a positive change. Where research helps tackle global challenges and elite athletes can compete at the top of their game. A place where people are given the tools to protect their whenua for future generations. Where talent is nurtured and excellence is celebrated. It's a place where industry, innovation and education converge, and where moments are shared with loved ones. It's a place where teaching and learning has no borders, and people of all races and cultures work together as one. Our people, our future. Positive change starts here.
I'm researching the connection between Māori communities and geothermal resources so that we as engineers, scientists and decision makers respect Māori values and better integrate those values into geothermal engineering. The university's sustainability goals in terms of energy align closely with Aotearoa's sustainability goals, and there's a lot of research coming out of the university that works towards that. That's what makes me so passionate about this, is I'm helping people that I love, especially with Aotearoa's growing ambition to energy sustainability.
Welcome back to the New Zealand Tertiary Badminton Championships here at AUT North Campus. Northcote, just north of the Harbour Bridge. Beautiful day outside here in Auckland today, and it's been pretty good inside as well with the badminton action that we've seen so far. Massey has already booked a place in this afternoon's final. They've won this morning's other semi-final on the outer courts here, but it is University of Auckland leading AUT 2-1 in our televised semi-final, and this one looks like it could very much go down to the wire. There is the opportunity now for Erina Calder-Hawkins and Charmaine Wu to sew it up in the women's doubles, but they might be up against a more favoured opponent in Sally Fu and Janice Jang. Let's welcome in our players for the women's doubles. Of course, watching, if not a little nervously, but with a lot of attention, will be Adam Jeffrey and Janice Jang and Dakman Vong and Erina herself, because they are the four players that will play in the mixed, and that either becomes a consolation match for AUT, or it becomes very much sudden death and vital as to which team will go through to the final. Kelvin Sui has control of this women's doubles match.
Sorry, we shift a little bit. So, over the university, you get the toss, black or green? Black, so green for AUT. Black. Erina will serve, who will receive? Sally will receive, which side? Okay, thank you very much.
So a chance to have a look at these players and introduce them to you. And Sally Fu we know very well, of course, having already been out there and won her singles comfortably over Yan Yu Huang. She is the experienced player in the AUT lineup, not the most experienced out on the floor though. That will likely go to Erina Calder-Hawkins. Charmaine Wu at 21 years of age, and Charmaine in her third year of study towards computer science and psychology, and it is her third occasion to play the Tertiary Championships. Erina Calder-Hawkins, who might just edge Sally in terms of time spent on the doubles court, not by much though, but this is her specialty. At 23 years of age, studying towards bioscience, and she is studying in her master's currently. So, and there's Janice Jang at 19, and Janice studying communications, first year of study, and obviously her first year here at the Tertiary Championships. So it's kind of evenly balanced in a way. Both combinations with a more experienced player in Calder-Hawkins and Fu, and both with one less experienced player in Zhang and Wu. And I guess the unknown is just how well they combine, who's able to dominate of those two experienced players. Which way do you lean, Oliver Leighton-Davis? Tough one to call, isn't it?
Ready to play?
Yeah, it certainly is. I think if AUT, being Sally and Janice, are able to combine well and be more consistent, I think that you'd probably lean towards them. But for me, Charmaine, a bit of an unknown quantity. We don't know too much about her, where her skills are and where she can be dangerous on a ladies doubles court as well. So plenty to play for, of course, as well.
I'm told that Charmaine's had a pretty good junior career, and that was a reserve for the Barfoot and Thompson New Zealand League. So I was racking my brain trying to think whether she did in fact take to the court on one occasion. I tend to think she did. I tend to think that she played one night, and I may be wrong in that assumption, but the fact that she was a reserve for that league says that she's got some game. And knowing how crucial this match was always going to be, I'm sure that Erina and Charmaine have been putting in whatever time they can on the practice court. Janice we did see during the Barfoot and Thompson New Zealand League, and that's a huge benefit to her with confidence and just comfort levels playing in amongst some of the top players.
Ladies and gentlemen, on my right, AUT, represented by Sally Fu and Janice Jang. And on my left, University of Auckland 1, represented by Charmaine Wu and Erina Corder-Hawkins. University of Auckland 1 to serve, Erina Corder-Hawkins to Sally Fu. Level, play. Service over.
A poor error, perhaps a nervous error. That was always landing on the inside of the line. And I'll just underline that, maybe a few nerves, Ollie.
2, love.
There we go.
Service over.
That'll help settle them a little bit.
1, 2. Out.
At the open court.
2.
It's amazing the number of times players see that and their eyes light up and they play with too much power. Janice makes up for it, but it's more the angle that's required, isn't it? When you see that open court with a relatively flat shuttle, power is going to be your undoing on occasion.
Fault. Service over. Three. Oh.
Done well here, Calder-Hawkins and Wu. They've shown a nerve or two, but they're level.
Four, 3.
Yeah, well played. Good combination, and certainly we're now seeing clear signs that they have done some work together on the practice court.
Pretty important, especially when you've probably not played together much at all in the past, just to get some kind of an idea of each other's patterns. And
out. Service over. 4, 5.
Remember, if Auckland University win this women's doubles, they are in this afternoon's final.
Service over. 6, 5. Out. Service over. 6, 0. Out.
Of course, nerves for Charmaine Wu, but also pressure for Erina Calder-Hawkins, knowing that she is the senior player in this lineup.
Play.
And those mistakes will start to wear away at her as well.
8, 6.
Yeah, well played.
Service
Wu
over.
stayed patient.
7.
Yep.
8.
Refrained from going full power like we've seen a little bit earlier.
Out. 8. Oh. Service over. 9. 8.
Nothing in this.
Service over. 9. Oh.
Great shot selection. Was a late decision, wasn't it, Ollie, to push to the corner?
10. 9.
Yeah, well worked from a pair from Auckland University. That the whole rally was well constructed, expertly finished off by Caller Hawkins.
There is one of those examples.
Service over.
Just needs a touch.
10. Oh.
Well,
11-10.
We said it
interval.
would be very tough to pick this, and possibly Ollie and I both just leaning towards Fu and Jang, but very, very close. And it is the AUT combination who go to the interval, but the barest of leads. And certainly Charmaine Wu has settled in nicely. And with the benefit of that hindsight, Ollie, this really is 50-50, isn't it, down the middle?
Yeah, it is, especially the way both pairs are playing at the moment. There's no real indication of who's going to come out on top, even from a tactical point of view at the moment.
Court 3, 20 seconds. Court 3, 20 seconds.
Charmaine settled in nicely, and both pairs have been reasonably consistent. We've seen the quality of the rallies improving as the match goes on.
Error to receive.
By the looks of things, it'll be just decided by the most
11,
consistent pair
10.
at the moment.
Yeah, and I think what'll be fascinating is how they play the big points when we get into crunchy end of games. Does that see the tension rise a little? Calder Hawkins gets the winning shot, but Wu, that was class.
Service over.
Cross court, change of pace.
11 all. Service over.
And those mistakes will come
12,
back to bite
11.
Either combination. And I think at the moment it's probably Auckland University that have made just a few more simple errors.
Out.
No call from the AUT
13,
line judge.
11.
So called from the chair. That one is
Service
good.
over. 12, 13. Service over.
You can almost see in her reactions, can't you,
14,
Ollie? She knows that she
12.
has to be the leader. She has
Players
to
get
play
ready.
well. She's annoyed with herself again, Calder Hawkins.
Out.
Tricky one to balance.
15, 12.
Yeah, if you feel you need to be the more creative of the two and generate pressure, generate points, but also balance that with consistency.
Oof.
Service over.
Confusion there with Jang and Sally Fu.
13, 15. Service over. 16, 13.
And I reckon that 3-point margin is almost made up of those unforced errors. And that's what could hurt Auckland. That's quality.
17, 13.
Biggest lead of the match so far, I think, for AUT.
Service over. 14, 17.
Oh, brilliant. It's gone wide, though. Oh, my goodness. Janice Jang was at
Service
full
over.
length. I thought Calder Hawkins had
18,
played a
40.
near perfect winner, but it's just fallen wide. And then that just releases the pressure valve, doesn't
19,
it?
14.
In a bad way for Auckland.
$20. Game point 14. Game.
So in the end, they ran away
First
with
game
it.
won by AUT 21-14.
Just sort of wore them down, didn't they, Ollie? And those unforced errors came back to haunt Auckland a little, and Sally and Janice just stayed very consistent, certainly the more consistent of the two.
Yeah, absolutely, especially in the back end of that first game. Managed to kind of eliminate any errors off their own rackets and just benefited from the ones that came from Auckland University. I think particularly noticeable as well that AUT was the only pair that's able to generate their own points and score their own points. A lot of the points that Auckland University are winning are coming off the rackets of errors, errors off the rackets of AUT. So I think that'll be a key thing for Erina and Charmaine to look for in the start of the second game, is to try and find ways to score points as well as benefit from the mistakes of those from AUT. But they were certainly better in the back half of the second game. So good momentum for them again to start coming into the second one as well.
So a reminder that Massey have booked a place in the final this afternoon, which is scheduled to start at 12:30. The semi-final still with this match to conclude, and then mixed. If Auckland were to get back and win this women's doubles, there may be an option for the mix not to be played if time is of the essence, but certainly at the moment it looks as though it will have to be. It'll be vital. And those players set to be involved. Adam Jeffrey set to join Janice Jang.
Second game.
And Dakman Vong to join Erin Akalda Hawkins. That could be crucial. But AUT still with a job to do here to finish this one.
Play. Service over. 1 love. Service over. One. Oh. Service over. 2-1.
Simple errors from both pairs starting the second game. Lovely touch, Sally Fu.
Service over. 2-0.
Yeah, good follow-up as well. The speed forward there gave us the opportunity to play that into so much space.
Fold.
A little clip of the racket on the way through.
Service over. 3-2.
Yeah, better from Auckland University as well. You get the feeling they might have to start taking a bit bigger chances in the serve situation especially. Good rally from both pairs.
Janice to receive. Play. Service over. 3-4. Service over.
Real mix, isn't it? The consistency's not there
5,
from either combination
3.
in the second game so far.
Yeah, it has been a bit of an exchange of errors just to kick things off. Waiting for one pair to step up and kind of take the game by the scruff of the neck.
4-5.
There's opportunities there for both pairs to do exactly that.
Five. Oh.
Yeah, nice variety on the attack from Sally Fu. Making the court as big as she possibly can for Charmaine Wu on the other side.
got there quickly.
6-5.
Yeah, I like the intent.
Seven, 5.
Anything that starts
Players
to
get ready.
look like a lead building for AUT is big trouble for Auckland University. And that's just what's happening.
Yeah, good pressure from AUT there, combining it against Charmaine Wu.
Good smash. Calder Hawkins straight into the body of Jang. Just lost our umpire's microphone momentarily. We'll get that sorted for you at the interval. Out said Janice, and Sally agreed.
Another well-placed smash from Calder Hawkins, wasn't it?
Yeah, and they're just hanging around, aren't they? That lead's jumped out a couple of times, but they keep staying in contact, Wu and Calder Hawkins.
Yes, these few points either side of the interval are going to be quite crucial, I think, in the outcome of this. Good power from Sally Fu, setting up that point there for AUT.
10-8 now, having won the first game 21-14, AUT. They go to the interval with a 3-point lead and a position of some comfort, given they do have that first game under their belts already. Looking to push this to 2-2 and go to the mixed doubles as a decider in this semi-final. The second semi has wrapped up, Massey winning that 3-2. So, gosh, Otago, Oliver with match points in the women's doubles, and they finish up losing 3-2. That was a very close semi-final, albeit that mixed was a dead rubber, but not dissimilar to the one we're watching here. Very, very close. Massey potentially now with a matchup against the University of Auckland if they're to come through this semi. And that, of course, is a repeat of what we saw in pool play with Massey winning on that occasion. So we could see an opportunity for some revenge, but this is far from concluded. AUT Do we say in control, Ollie?
11.
The women's doubles
8.
here?
I think so. For now, I think there's the onus is on Auckland University to make some changes to how they're playing. I think
Play.
if they want to take the second game and at least force it to a decider.
Service over. 9-11.
Eagerness, over-eager.
10,
Jang.
11.
Yeah. Crucial couple of points there for Auckland University as well. Back within 1.
Out. Service over. 12-10.
Yeah, good quick reaction from Wu.
Service over. 11-12.
Yeah, just sense Wu just kind of starting to grow a bit more as this game progresses as well.
Out. Service over. 13-11. Out. 14-11.
What has Auckland University got in response?
Yeah, brilliant from Janice.
15-11. Service over. 12-15. Service over. 16-12. Play.
These mistakes now, they hurt.
17-12.
They just stop you from generating any momentum, don't they? That's exactly what you need to come back from 3 or 4 points down in the back end of a game.
It's very similar, isn't it? AUT closed out that first game superbly, and they're threatening to do the same here.
Yeah, they've just played the... Well, I was going to say playing the crucial moments better, but...
Service over.
But they can afford that.
Yeah.
With a lead like this, they can afford
17.
a lapse or two. When you're trailing, you've suddenly got to play the perfect 7 or 8 points of badminton. And Sally goes boom.
Service over. 18-13.
I can tell you that the warm-ups for Adam Jeffrey and Dakman Vong just got a little more intense. Standing by, ready to play the mixed.
Service over. 14-18. Out. Service over. 19-14.
2 points away
Sally
from
serve.
2-all in the tie.
Sally, change.
For Sally and for Janice, I should say, and
19,
they'll
40.
back up from this and stay out there for the mixed. Match points.
20. Match point 14. Service over. 15-20.
And there it is, AUT win the women's doubles. It was pretty close at times, but in the end they just ran away with it at the business end of both games to win it to 2-love and set this tie up now.
Match
It's
won
2
by
apiece.
AUT, 21-14,
It is the mixed doubles that will decide who our second finalist is to take on Massey this afternoon. It is the mixed still to come. Stay with us, that's up next.
Over the last decade, sport and recreation has changed significantly. There is a move towards professionalisation of sport and recreation.
From studying sport and rec at Lincoln, I gained a really good understanding of how the sport industry works, and it also gave me a really good chance to network and get to know people in the industry through those networking opportunities that the university provided.
Lincoln has helped my career by the connections I have made throughout the campus. The lecturers have been amazing and helped me get to the job I am in now.
I chose to study at Lincoln University because not only did they offer the specialised courses that really catered for my passion in sport and recreation, but there was always also a really nice, welcoming feeling to the campus.
And the Sports and Rec degree gives you so many options. We cover marketing, commerce, sports and everything you can think of. Lincoln University is an amazing uni.
I would tell somebody who wants to study sport and rec in Lincoln to go for it. This is the best place to study.
Such an awesome opportunity, to provide you with great networking, and it'll be a positive step forward into your career.
This is our place. A place where people form close connections on journeys of discovery and belonging. From rugged mountain ranges to rich harbour waters, this place brings people together, going further by collaborating, turning daydreams into dream careers. This is our place, and this is who we are. Science at Otago. Well, welcome back. The New Zealand Tertiary Championship, and
Oliver Leyden-Davis, this one is nicely poised, as we thought it might be, going into the mix to decide this at 2 apiece.
Yeah, it certainly is. I think it's going to be a really close one to call in the mixed as well, between Adam and Janice against Dachman and Erina. But it's been, neck and neck all the way through.
Been a marathon as well. Goodness me, they allocate 3 hours for one of these ties, and that's normally plenty. The final due to start at 12:30, but that's clearly going to be delayed a little unless we get a 3-5 result here, and I can't see that happening between these two very good combinations. Let's get them out there. It is the mixed doubles that we are ready to see who will make their way through to the final this afternoon. It will be a quick turnaround, but they'll be happy to make a quick turnaround if it means they are in the final. Adam Jeffrey and Janice Jang for AUT, Dachman Wang and Erina Calder-Hawkins for the University of Auckland. And this is great, isn't it, Ollie? This is what players play for, the chance to be out there in a team event in the deciding match. This really should get the adrenaline pumping well and truly.
Yeah, exactly. These are the moments you train for as well, isn't it? So a lot to play for, and I'm sure we'll be in for a really tight and hard-fought encounter.
Good luck. Ready for toes? Green, black. Which do you pick? Okay. Screen. You want the toes? Adam will receive. Who to serve? Okay. To serve.
So all of these players are pretty comfortable at this level, including Janice Jang, who has the experience. And again, I don't know how many times I've said this, but to Joe Hitchcock and the team that were behind the New Zealand Badminton League initially that came out of COVID, it really almost initially I think might have been a response to the New Zealand Open being cancelled, a desire to get some level of badminton for New Zealanders. And it was essentially a lockdown competition. Everyone was in Auckland, and it was such a wonderful first up event, repeated, of course, this year. And Janice Jang, again, is a player to have benefited from that. And now she's going to be so much at home in the company of the likes of Dachman Wang, and playing alongside Adam Jeffrey and with Erina Calder-Hawkins. She's there smiling, warming up on the court side. Adam Jeffrey, we see 20 years of age, but Janice is comfortable in this match right now because of that experience.
Yeah, absolutely. I think if you think what could have happened if that hadn't gone ahead, there would have been few. You could probably count on one hand the number of matches that you'd be able to play, or at least tournaments at that level in the last kind of 18 months. So for that constant exposure for everybody, I think, of course, the younger players perhaps benefit hugely from that, just from the regular competition. But I think everybody does, because without it, geez, it would have been a bit dire.
It really has promoted another generation of players. And Oliver, I know that sort of played a little part in your decision to come back home. You've been based in Europe for so long, but you said to me that you're so much more comfortable playing at home, being at home, knowing the good work that's going on and the pathways that are now there for the younger players.
Yeah, exactly. It's really exciting to see. I think that there's such a strong foundation being set up and a great environment to, I guess, be part of and train and work hard towards every day. And I guess from both sides of the coin, having been lived overseas as well, to do it here just kind of keeps you attached to what it means to play for New Zealand and be kind of part of that, and you're living it and breathing it every day, which is really nice to kind of stay in touch with.
So it all comes down to this in our televised semi-final to make their way through to the final. Forget everything that's played out so far. It's winner takes all in the mixed.
Ladies and gentlemen, on my right, AUT, represented by Adam Jeffrey and Janice Jang. And on my left, University of Auckland 1, represented by Desmond Wang and Arena Trotter Hutchins. University of Auckland 1 to serve, Arena Trotter Hutchins to Adam Jeffrey.
And this might be the favoured combination just
Level
going into
play.
this match. Couldn't get there. Just took the pace off the shuttle, Dakman Vong.
1 love.
Yeah, he's very, very good with the racket, especially when he's given pace to work with as well.
Two love. Service over. 1, 2. Fault.
He's such an
Service
unassuming
over.
player in
3,
so many ways.
1.
Never overly emotional and doesn't appear to have any one outstanding weapon, but he's just so good with his all-court game. Another example of it there.
Full 1.
He certainly has the capabilities to be very, very quick in the mid-court. It's quite explosive, actually.
Jumped away
5,
to a very good lead here.
1.
And it gets even better
Line
with the
judge
net
calls.
roll.
6, 1.
Just doing all the attacking at the moment, aren't they? Auckland University.
Fault. 7, 1.
This is a real concern. AUT just not able to get going.
Service over. 2, 7. Play. Fault.
Okay, can they get something together here now? They need
3,
2 or 3 points at least
7.
in a little run here, just to give them some confidence, get them into the
Play.
match.
Service over. 8, 3.
Just a loose shoe, I think, there for Erin, and not an injury concern. Oh, that's great
Fault.
power.
9, 3.
Looks effortless.
Service over. 4, 9. Service over. 10, 4.
lovely touch. Again, the decision-making
11-4
from Dakman
interval.
Wang. And there was a hint of a little comeback from AUT, but Auckland University bossing this game so far.
Yeah, it's been pretty much one-way traffic since the start, hasn't it? I think just AUT need to find a way for Janice Jang to get up early on the net and start challenging Calder Hawkins up there. You're playing the shuttle up all the time, and in a mixed doubles it gets very, very difficult quite quickly. Dakman Wong's certainly been good at that as well, just be able to make the right decisions in the mid-court, play into open spaces and get the lifts that they want. And they've been attacking 90% of the time, and I think that's why they've got a 7-point advantage in this first game interval.
Pool 3, 20 seconds.
It's
Pool
hard
3,
to be
20 seconds.
too critical of Adam Jeffrey and Janice Jang. They've just not been allowed to get into the game. It's one of those situations where their opponents, frankly, at the moment are just outplaying and at times overpowering them.
Yeah, exactly. And it can change very quickly in a mixed doubles as well. It doesn't take
11.
much.
Janice to receive. 11-4. Play.
Oh, he is absolutely sublime at the moment.
12-4.
How good is it for a partner as well to just see this, sense this?
Fault.
Yeah, he is human.
Service over. 5-12. Adam to serve. Adam to serve.
So, a little confusion
Yes,
there.
Adam
that-
to serve.
So perhaps Janice shouldn't have received earlier, Oliver.
Yeah, I agree. Something doesn't quite add up there, but on we go.
Yeah, there's power from Jeffrey. And they're not so far off here. And as you say,
6,
Oliver, it can change very quickly.
12.
So they do need to put 2 or 3 points together, though.
Service over. 13-6.
Oh, well played, Adam Jeffrey.
Yeah, well worked from him as
Service
well.
over. 7-13.
Let's make sure Calder Hawkins has to move first and then deal with the power. Good angle across the body.
Fault.
Good serve, the lift from Calder Hawkins, and
8-13.
it's a couple in a row, and they're still down by 5, just underlining the hole that they've dug for themselves.
Play.
That's nice from Janice. Yep.
Fault.
Well worked from Jeffrey and Jang there.
9-13.
As well as winning points, a few long rallies. They feel like they're engaged in the match.
Yeah, exactly. Don't mind losing the rally so much as long as you're going about it the right way and trying to challenge and get the attack and do things how you want to play the game.
Oops. It's gone long.
Service over. 14-9. $15-9.
Again, Adam Jeffrey does have power
Service
at
over.
his disposal.
10-15.
Just wonder if the slow start's going to be one that they will rue.
Play.
He was in form this morning, though, isn't he?
Service over. 16-10.
Already partner Jack Wang to a win in the doubles.
Hold on. Arena to serve. Arena to serve. Arena to serve. That's correct.
So somewhere just got out of sync, and the players and the chair umpire don't agree.
16-10.
So do you know what?
Play.
There's only one opinion that matters.
Fault.
They're hanging around, aren't they?
Service
AUT?
over. 11-16.
Yeah, it's been much better after the mid-game interval.
Oh, totally mistimed. Might have been a bit of friendly
Service
fire
over.
there for Janice.
17-11.
He worked it very well, Jeffrey. Just let himself down a little bit with the placement of the first smash, was right in the racket. Called to Hawkins.
Oh, that is great. And that's instinctive mixed doubles play from Erina. Just knowing to be there,
18,
racket up. Essentially,
11.
the shuttle was played onto her racket.
Pass the shuttle, Adam. Change.
That's experience, isn't it?
Yeah, just recognised that all Adam could do was play up from that situation. And just put herself in the right place, which is the most important thing.
Oh, brilliant again from Wang, but certainly the quality of the match has gone up.
19,
Adam Jeffrey
11.
and Janice Jang. They may lose this first game, but they've got to feel that they're in the contest going into the second.
Play. Game point 11.
The winner of this mixed doubles books their team into the grand final.
Service over. 12-20.
Called long.
Game.
And that is it. There was a little hesitation there, but Auckland University take out the first game. They got away to that very quick start and were able to just sustain
First game won by
something of a
University of
comeback
Auckland
from
1.
AUT.
21-12.
But it was the start that proved too much for AUT to overcome. But they should take some solace from the way they performed after the interval. They fell away a little bit last 3 or 4 points, but they've got to get it right, but they can compete with them, can't they?
Yeah, exactly. I think you said it earlier, Andrew, that dug himself just a bit too big of a hole to come back from. Post that mid-game interval, things were pretty even until obviously it got out of reach towards the end there, but I think good signs for AUT off the back of that, just how they were playing the rallies as well. They're attacking a lot more. Janice Jang's up, challenging at the net, which she hasn't been so much earlier in the game, and they were able to push Dackman around the back of the court as well and get him a little bit later. He wasn't as controlling in the mid-court as he had been for the first part there, so promising signs for AUT, and important for them that they continue in playing in that manner at the start of the second game here to make sure that they're in the contest from the start.
Well, if it was backs to the wall going into this one for both combinations, that situation just got a little more stressful for AUT, knowing that they've dropped the first game in this mixed doubles. Massey, wait and watch, having won their semi-final 3-2. So they'll be getting a little longer to prepare, albeit the final will start with men's singles, and in the case of both of these two teams,
second game,
their men's single specialists are not involved here, so they'll be
Level.
preparing, warming up,
Play.
both as if they are going to play the opening game of that final. Oh, it's a better start.
Service
Bit of a
over.
statement from Jeffrey.
1 love.
To start the second game.
Play. Two love. Janice, ready to serve. Service over. 1, 2.
This has been a marathon tie. Started at 9:30 this morning.
Faults.
So the early lead disappears.
2-all.
Tough one to defend, isn't it? Almost into the racket hip of the defending player.
Yeah, it is generally regarded as the most difficult spot to defend.
3-2. Service over. 3-all.
It's a bit of intent from Jeffrey as well, just to really get after the return of serve, especially early on.
Oh, well played, and Jang perhaps just
Service
caught
over.
a little same side as Adam
3.
Jeffrey. Gone good enough to find the open court. Yeah, I agree. I think Adam is really looking to attack. It'll be interesting to see if Auckland recognise that and look to a longer serve, a flick serve over the top of Jeffrey.
Yeah, exactly. Great change up from Wang there.
5-3. Players.
Yeah, it was the long serve as well. But
Service
it's
over.
going too big.
4-5.
And you credit Jeffrey for that.
Yeah.
He's put the pressure on, made them think, and he's forced the mistake.
Service over. 6-4.
And they've somehow,
Players ready to play.
they just seem to have wrestled this lead away. Oh, great shot, Adam Jeffrey. That is stunning.
Yeah, great counter attack from Jeffrey.
Service over. 5-6.
I think it's definitely an area he's improved a lot in the last few months
Play.
as well.
It's a real art, isn't it? Turning the speed of your opponent's shot into an advantage for yourself.
Service over.
Yeah, it is, especially when I think the most difficult part of that is knowing when to do it. Depends on the height, depends on the speed, depends on the position of the opponent in the front court on the other side. So many factors to bring into the decision. Obviously gets made on instinct because you can't process all that.
Well, it's instinct based on the practice court though, isn't it? You rehearse it over and over and over, and at least let the physical action of the shots become a little bit second nature. So you've got it in the kit bag when you need it.
Bolt. 8-5.
After a good start by Jeffrey and Jang, this is now concerning.
Bolt. Service over. 6-8.
AUT teammates starting to lend their vocal support.
Play.
Place in the final up for grabs. A final that was due to start 7 minutes ago. This has been quite the battle between these two teams, and I dare suggest the final's going to be similar. Massey await, and whichever one of these two teams makes it through, they'll be worthy opponents.
Service over. 9-7.
Good step smash.
Yeah, I like the start of that rally more from the AUT pair as well. Both
Service
standing
over.
the ground, pushing forward.
9.
Not letting Cora, Hawkins and Wang just play the net and get the lift straight away.
Adam,
What do you tend to talk about, Ollie? You tend to talk about the first 3 shots in the rally as setting the pattern, setting the rest of the point up. Oh, that is superb.
Service over. 10-8.
Good contrast to the previous rally there. There was a little bit of space at the net that
Players,
Auckland University could
change
play
the
into.
shuttle.
It just meant that Janice Jang was playing up and quite flat into the racket of Dackman Vong.
Arena, get the shuttle.
University of Auckland taking their time here, testing the patience of the umpire, but they're just regathering, just 1 point
Arena
away
to serve.
potentially from an interval anyway.
10-8. Play.
It's just attacking the serve.
Service over. 9-10. Out.
And the air
Service
just comes
over.
out of the balloon.
11-9. Interval.
But they're right in it again. But they've just found themselves a couple of points down. They led 2-love. So in that sense, they've fallen away a little. I always look to patterns in the match. So the obvious pattern there is 11-7 for Dackman Vong and Erin Calder-Hawkins after they were down love 2. So they've exerted some dominance again. But if Jeffrey and Jang, if they can just string 5 or 6 really good points together, they're right in this, aren't they?
Yeah, absolutely. There's been better signs from them tactically, I think, as well. Especially from Jeffrey. Once he gets the attack, he's willing to move Calder Hawkins. He's used the clear well, I think, and moved her a lot before coming with the power. Just real issue from them is being able to get the lift and be on attack as much as what they possibly can. And to do that, they just have to close down the mid-court and the front court, which is done more in the second game, I think, than the first, which is why they're there thereabouts.
9.
But it's going to take some courage to keep doing that as they get closer and closer towards the business end of it as well. Yeah, good from Jang.
Service over. 10, 11. Play.
Well read by Calder Hawkins.
Service over. 12, 10. Fault. 13, 10. Arena, ready. Fault. Service over. 11, 13.
Another well-worked point from AUT.
12, 13.
Just edging closer. Just got to tip over that threshold
Janice,
here, though. They've got to
play.
draw close, draw level, and then take the lead.
Out. Service over. 14, 12.
And that keeps stopping their momentum. Oh, power from Wang. Such a flat shuttle.
15, 12.
Yeah, it's one of his favourites, I think, that flat, hard cross-court from his forehand side.
Sixteen, 12.
Auckland edge clear again. And with every point now, they are that much closer to a place in the final.
Service over. 13, 16.
All they need, AUT, is 8 moments of brilliance in a row. There's one.
Good start.
In all seriousness, though, it's finding that purple patch,
16.
isn't it? They just put themselves behind, and they need something very special here.
Fault. Service over. 17, 14. Players. Ready to serve.
Oh.
Fault.
Oh, that's cruel. It's certainly good for
18,
University of Auckland.
14.
Yeah, again, Wang just instinctively knows where to go.
19, 14.
Starting to shape up as a Massey, a University of Auckland final. And very much so now, as they have 6 match points.
20, match point, 14.
So right about now, Massey is screwing up one set of scouting notes, throwing them in the bin, and getting ready to go with the notes they made on Auckland. It's wide. I'll have to wait a little longer. Of course, a rematch
Service
from
over.
pool play.
15,
The two teams
20.
that came out of the same pool. And there it is.
Game.
So the mixed goes the way of Dakman Vong and Erina Calder-Hawkins, and that means the tie goes the way of University of Auckland. And probably as they went into it, I
Match
think we might
won
have...
by University of Auckland 1. 21-12. 21-15.
I think we might have just leaned towards Vong and Calder-Hawkins with their experience and ability, and maybe in a similar fashion to the mix. They just had a few more weapons at their disposal, and they go through to the final. So well played. Your thoughts on that one, Ollie, and then a look ahead to the final perhaps.
Yeah, I think, as you said, it was a great effort from Dakman and Erina to just control the match the way they did, the way they performed, used their weapons well and played to their strengths. There was a bit of a fight back from AUT in the second to try and take control of the service situation, but I guess the Auckland University pair were just a little bit too good, so playing themselves into some form into the final coming up this afternoon. No doubt there'll be a bit of fire as they play against Massey again, having lost them, I believe, in the pool stages. So I think there'll be plenty to play for, of course, with it being a grand final, but certainly of the rematch there as well. Maybe some lessons learned from their encounter yesterday, and they'll definitely be looking to bounce back and come away with a different result today. Let's hear from the winners now and their thoughts on the final ahead with Andrew.
Well done. Congratulations, guys. Come on in, Dakman. Always going into a match with a bit of pressure, but is that what you guys practice for and play for, to play in a game like that?
Yeah, I suppose so, especially with the NZBL that we had earlier this year. That's a lot of pressure on those games, so piece of cake.
You had a great start, especially in game one. You asserted some dominance. That must have given you some real confidence.
Yeah, we just wanted to try start really strong to add the pressure in the beginning, and it really worked out.
Are we likely to see any changes? Are you pretty settled now with the lineup going into this afternoon's final?
Oh, I think that's a secret, that one. But I think we're confident with what we put forward. So
good stuff. And of course a rematch from pool play. So and a little bit of revenge. Can I see that just behind the eyes?
Yeah, we really want it this time. So yeah, we're definitely going for it.
Good stuff. Congratulations, guys. Erina Calder-Hawkins and Dakman Vong, who have seen their team through to the grand final. A grand final that should have started some minutes ago, but such is the marathon nature of that semi-final this morning, we have just concluded that one, and we will head to the grand final. We'll have a break of about 6 or 7 minutes as we just get the paperwork sorted, but we'll start with men's singles, and those players, of course, have not been involved in the match that we've just seen. So the grand final not too far away, and it is Massey up against University of Auckland, number 1.